morning, everyone. Today we are going to talk about the nature and characteristics of qualitative and quantitative research. Before that, let us introduce ourselves. Please next the slide. So my name is Kadek Diah Tantri Maheswari with the student ID 21120210445 and my friends.
My name is Komang Kurnia Oktadala Putri with student ID 211202105 and my friend.
Well, my name is Ida Ayu Chandra Krisnawati with ID number 211202058.
So in this discussion topic, we're going to talk about the definitions and characteristics and also the uses of both research. For the first material, we'll be talking about definition Q. For the qualitative, for the definitions of qualitative will be explained by Della. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Dia. So for qualitative, based on Albrecht and Silverstein in 2003, qualitative research is research that involves analyzing and interpreting texts and interviews in order to discover meaningful patterns descriptive of a particular phenomenon. So the qualitative approach to research design leads to studies that are quite different from those designed using the traditional approach. The traditional approach, often referred to as quantitative research, leads to hypothesis testing research, and where the qualitative approach leads to hypothesis and generating research. And for the quantitative will be explained by my friend Dayu. For Dayu, time is yours.
Right, thank you, Della. The definition of quantitative will explain by me. So the definition of quantitative from the expert Bryman 2001 state that quantitative research approach is the research that places emphasis on numbers and figures in the collection and analysis of data, which means quantitative research is the systematic analysis of phenomena through the collection of quantifiable data and the use of statistical, mathematical, or numerical analysis of data collection. Researchers typically use quantitative data when the objective of their study is to assess a problem or answer the what or how many of research question. Alright, that's all the quantitative definition from me. Next, we'll continue with my partner.
Okay, thank you, Della. So I'm going to talk about the characteristics of the qualitative. There are several characteristics of qualitative research. So according to Bogdan and Biklan in 2006, first characteristics of qualitative research is that this research has a natural setting as the direct source of data, and researcher is a key instrument. So natural conditions are conditions as they are. Researchers do not carry out treatments that can affect the scientific object under study. Second one is qualitative research is descriptive. The data collected is in the form of words, of pictures, rather than number. The data collected after being analyzed is then described. So next one is rather than simply with outcomes or products. Qualitative research focuses more on research that is process in nature, such as interactions between people and community, the process of carrying out work, the development of a symptom or a civilization. The fourth one is qualitative research tend to analyze their data inductively. Qualitative researchers analyze database data based on data obtained from the field repeatedly, analyzed so that it will produce findings that can be arranged in a particular team. The last one is meaning is of essential to the qualitative research, to the qualitative approach. Uh, Qualitative research places more emphasis on understanding the in-depth meaning of a phenomenon. So meaning is data. For the next characteristics will be explained by Della. So Della, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Dia. So the next is the characteristic of quantitative research. There are several characteristics of quantitative research. So the first is quantitative research contain measurable variables. So it using structured research methods such as questionnaire or survey to collect measurable characteristics of the population like age, number of family members, salary, and etc. So number two is quantitative research utilize a large sample size. So the sample size is fairly large depending on how the characteristic of the population vary. So the sampling methods are chosen on the basis of research objectives. Number three is well-structured data representation, include tables, figures, graphs, etc. So you can discover hidden data trends, relationships, and differences among various measurable variables. Number four is quantitative research use repeatable method to verify finding in another setting. So this strengthen reinforcing validity of finding and eliminating the possibility of spurious conclusion. And number five, quantitative research can produce predictive outcome. So you can construct if-then scenarios and analyze the data for identification of any upcoming event. So that's all the characteristic of quantitative research. For the next, I give it back to the moderator. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Della, for your explanation. For the you, please next the slide. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the uses of both research. Um, there are several uses of qualitative research, and according to Sugiono in 2020, the first uses of qualitative research is to examine the history of development. The history of development of the life of a figure or community can be traced through qualitative methods. By using documentation data, in-depth interviews with the actors of people who are viewed, then the history of the development of one's life. The second one is ensure the correctness of data. Social data is often difficult to ascertain the truth. With the qualitative methods, through triangulation or combined data collection techniques, because with a certain data collection techniques, you cannot find what you are aiming for. Then change to the other techniques. Then the data certainty more will be more guaranteed. Next one is to construct phenomena, discover and develop theories, or understanding of and find hypotheses. Qualitative methods are most suitable for constructing phenomena, discovering and developing theories built from data obtained through the field, such as the theory is built through grounded research. With the qualitative method, the researcher initially conducted an exploration, then carried out in-depth data collection so that the knowledge can be verified. relationship between symptoms. It is difficult to understand using qualitative method. Using in-depth interview data collection techniques and participating observation to feel what the person feels, social process and or interactions. Work process and complex social interactions can only be unrevealed if researchers conduct research using qualitative methods by participating in depth interviews with the social relationship can be found. The object under study. Qualitative methods are suitable for researching the object under study, so there is no need for generalizations. Research tribal people. In addition, qualitative methods are also suitable for understanding the meaning behind the observed data. The last one, find problems and potential. If the research problem is not clear, it is still dim, or maybe it is still dark, this kind of condition is suitable for research with qualitative methods, because qualitative researchers will directly enter the object, explore with grand questions, so the problems and potentials can be found clearly. For the next uses of quantitative will be explained by Dayu. For Dayu, time is yours.
Well, thank you, Dia. So now I will explain the uses of quantitative. So according to the definition of quantitative that we explained before, we can use a quantitative approach to measure the percentage. So we can use quantitative research to first create a general understanding of behavior and other phenomena across different setting and population. Second, collect data from a large group of diverse respondents. Third, use for the respective audience to the result in the form of facts. And then fourth, help reduce a complex problem or topic to a limited number of variables. And five, compare different groups easily to understand similarities or differences. For example, we can measure the percentage of people who prioritize price or other variables when choosing or take, for example, maybe detergent. And we can also assess how this percentage vary between neighborhoods, cities, or demographic groups. Well, quantitative research is helpful when you collect data from a large group of, diverse respondents, and quantitative method usually used when your audience is more expected to result in the form of graphs, and charts or statistics. That's all the quantitative use. So the time I give back to the moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dayu, for your explanation. Please, next the slide. All right, that is from us. Thank you for the attention, and goodbye.